What's up YouTube, XG Chronic back at again once again with yet another amazing video. And in today's video we will be talking about Jinzo and my custom Jinzo wind-up deck. And before we even talk about that, first off, look, even if you're a new subscriber or if you're an old subscriber, if you're a new viewer, if you've never seen this channel before you click off this video, leave a comment below saying if you like decks like this, because I really want to make it easier for people to use this rather than me rushing through each card, messing up a lot and showing you two duels. I actually want to take some time and go in depth into these guides using these cards. That way I can really tell you why each card is in this deck. Now, that will really be it, so I guess we can just go ahead and get into the guide. Anyway, obviously, if you're running a Jinzo deck, you gotta have Jinzo. Now, you do not need Jinzo Lord. I repeat, you don't need this guy. It's more of a preference. If you want to run him, go ahead. If you don't want to run him, don't worry about it. Because, I don't know if you know this, but Psychic Onslaught, which is the level 20 skill for Esperova, literally puts an extra Jinzo in your deck, and you have a chance of getting 2 extras. So there'll be 3 Jinzos in your deck already for a tribute monster that can stop traps. So I really highly recommend you run this on Esperova. Now, I'm not going to get into wind-up monsters yet. Let's talk about Jinzo Returner. If you don't know what this card does, not only does it attack your opponent directly for 600 damage, which may not be a lot, but hey, if you can get over a high attack monster when they have low life points and in a duel, go for it. But when this card is destroyed, special summon a Jinzo from your graveyard. I don't know if you can summon Jinzo Lord, but I know you can summon Jector if you do have Jector, and regular Jinzo. But it is destroyed during the end phase, so remember that. It's not really a put him back on the field and you're done. It doesn't really work like that. I was running Monster Reborn. Didn't really like it because, I have to pick 3 monsters, and if you don't pick the monster I want, it kind of just doesn't work out. Anyway, let's get into the wind-up monsters. This card right here, Wind-Up Juggler, may not be the best. I consider it second best just because of its effect. If this card battles another monster, even if it's face down, destroy that monster. Perfect effect for taking out high-level monsters and baiting your opponent into attacking. Perfect. It works really well if your opponent has 1 monster on field and they don't summon anything else. It's a guaranteed destruction effect. If they have 2 monsters, hopefully they attack with the high attack monster first for some odd reason. But it works out pretty good, and you can also slam into your opponent monster if you have enough life points and destroy it. Going into the next card, Wind-Up Knight. This has the best effect in my opinion because it does protect not only itself, but your other wind-up monsters. Only problem is with all wind-up monsters, the effect of them can only be used once while they're on the field. As in, if they go to the graveyard and come back, you can still use the effect. But while they're on field, it only works that one time. It's not once per turn. Remember that. So, that's why he's in the deck. He's protection for your other wind-ups. Which, you want to protect your wind-ups because you contribute in the Jinzo your next turn if you do have them on field. Now, into your next card, it will be Wind-Up Bat, and it's kind of iffy with this card because it does have a good effect, but it doesn't need to be ran in this deck. I just use it for constant synergy with the deck and recycling. So, I like keeping consistency. This is how I keep my deck consistent. This card right here, if you can target a wind-up monster in your graveyard. Change this card from attack position, as in you summon it in attack position, change it to defense position, and then activate this effect. Add that card to your hand. Like I said, with all wind-up monsters, this effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field, as in when it goes to the graveyard and comes back, you can use it again. So, very easy recycling effect. Usually you want to recycle your Wind-Up Knight, maybe Juggler if you're really having that much trouble. I don't really say to recycle Wind-Up Bat, that's just a very useless recycle, okay? Keep these guys in your graveyard if you can. Apart from that, let's get into spells and traps, because that's where it kind of gets interesting for the deck. This card right here, very controversial. Forbidden Chalice. I say run 1 copy, don't run 2, don't run 3. 1 copy, because why? You're not equipping it to your monster, you're stopping your opponent. Let's say you go against For Hires. You have first turn, you set this face down, set up your field. They summon a For Hire to the field, and you know they're about to summon a boss monster or another For Hire monster. Equip Forbidden Chalice to their monster, negates their effect, literally stunts them for that turn. You completely stop the train before it starts for that turn, and next turn, you could probably run over your opponent easily. That's why it's there. That's the only reason. Going to the next card, Super Rush Headlong. I see people run 3 of them in this deck. 3 is overkill. You don't need 3. You only need 1, in my opinion. You don't want to have 3Ds sitting on your field or 3Ds in your hand and not be able to do anything with them. It's a good effect. You can either use it to destroy your opponent monster or bait your opponent into destroying its own monster. It's up to you. It's a really good card. You don't have to run in a deck, but if you do, only run 1. Okay, Enemy Controller. Enemy Controller got limited down to 2, so you can only run 2 in a deck even if you want to, so I say run 1 or 2. You already know what it does, switches a monster to a different position, mainly defense position, and or tribute and take control of one of your opponent monsters. Funniest thing to do with this card, if you have a wind-up, tribute your wind-up, take control of their monster, then tribute in the Jinzo. It really kind of makes your opponent want to give up on a duel entirely. It's funny. It's hilarious when it happens. Okay, phone, thank you for vibrating. Anyway, this one you do not have to run in this deck. You do not have to run this card in this deck at all. It's just preference. I like it. It works for me. But if you do run it, run 1 copy. But like I said, do not run this card in the deck. It's just, for me, it's for preference. Okay, Magnet Circle. Perfect combo. I will explain to you right now. I've done it multiple times, not just once, multiple times in a duel. Well, in each of my duels. This card lets you special summon Wind Up Bat in face up attack position. Once you do that, use its effect to add Wind Up Knight to your hand. You can either tribute into Jinzo or summon your Wind Up Knight. If you already have Jinzo on field, use Magnet Circle, use Bat's effect right afterwards, and just summon into your Knight, because that means you have not only Jinzo on the field, but you have an 1800 monster on the field that also has a protection effect. So it's really good. Also, run 1 amplifier. I better not see you guys running 2 amplifiers. That is just bad altogether. If you're running a Jinzo deck, you're not using a lot of traps, so there's no reason for you to run more than 1 amplifier. Come on, guys, like seriously. But for the traps, I'm using 2 Widespread Ruin because it takes out the highest attack monster my opponent has. If it's for hires, it takes out their hero. If it's Blue Eyes, it takes out their Blue Eyes. If it's just a high-level monster in general, it takes out a high-level monster in general, so you don't have to worry about that. So Anki gets destroyed if you're going against mass heroes. Apart from that, run Wall Disruption, because why not? This is literally Mirror Wall's big brother, in my opinion, because if they have 3 monsters across on the field, that is 2,400 attack off the entire side of their field. That's crazy. That's a lot. If they're all attack position, that's literally 0 stats unless they had a Blue Eyes on field, and at that point, it's not even over 1,000 attack. So, Wall Disruption, amazing card. I say to use it. Anyway, I am tired of talking. This is literally an entire deck. I'm literally going to do this, guys. Look, I'm going to make the video of the duels, and I'm going to do more than just 2 duels, okay? So, if you did enjoy this form of video, apart from me kind of messing up because it is like 3 in the morning, sorry about that. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Leave a comment below if you like me doing IRL somewhat. I'm not going to call it IRL. Just leave a comment if you do like me doing a deck guide like this where I actually go in depth into why you use these cards. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next time. It's been Chronic, and I'm out. Also, to new subscribers, hit that notification bell to know when I put up a new video. But yeah, I'm out.